Alright, what's going on, guys? Pablo's back again, and I want to talk a bit about this banner just because I see a lot of people crapping on this banner, and in my opinion, based on what KLab has shown, I think that the criticism that we've gotten for the characters is relatively justifiable. I'm personally not really all that interested about going, like, usually when I see an Ichigo, I go balls to the wall, stupid, dumb, retarded, however, whatever kind of term you want to use to call my stupidity and my gambling addiction when it comes to Ichigo, is pretty big. I 5-5 Daddy Ichigo when he came out, I 5-5 Art Book Ichigo when he came out, I 5-5 7th Anniversary Ichigo when he came out. I spent God knows, I think I like $400, $500 trying to pull Shikai Ichigo when he came out, and he wasn't even good. Like, he was good for like a couple weeks. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, full on stupid. I understand. I'm stupid. I don't pretend to be smart. All right, I don't pretend to be smart. Either way, whenever I see an Ichigo, usually I get really uncontrollable. And based on what I've seen, I accidentally stopped the recording. Shout out to Heekin for putting the trailer up so we can watch this together. Honestly, I feel like this is kind of what I wanted when it came to Bleach Brave Souls coming out with the first banner of Thousand Year Blood War. I did want something that kind of showed off the PV trailer, and I think that KLab did that very well. We got the full bring Ichigo in his Shikai state. A lot of people are upset that he's not like in his like full-on Bankai, etc. But I think it's fine. Then we also have Uryu. Very basic characters, but for me personally, I feel like it's a really nice callback to the Bond banner where we got Ichigo, Uryu, and Chad a long time ago, and this is them in you know, it's them and their crew, right? And so, like, personally, I think that this fits for the first banner. Now, based on what we've seen on these characters, which we will go over them again, I don't think that they're gonna be as broken as they could be, just based on what we see. Now, could the KLab do, like, Frenzy +2, Bombardment +2, some crazy dumb stuff? Very possible. For those that don't remember, Bombardment was changed from Bombardment to Bombardment +1. We have not yet seen a Bombardment +2 character, though at this stage in the game, unless they have like link slot potions or like people really want them for guild quests, I don't really see that being necessarily a really good way to sell a character, just being like, oh, by the way, this guy hits harder. Like, we already have characters that hit hard like crazy anyways. So let's, we already see the special move animations. In the live stream, we actually did get gameplay. So we're going to start off with Ichigo. We didn't get stats and skills. We just get a general idea of how the characters play. So let's fast forward a bit and see how this plays out. Okay, so Daddy Ichigo over here. I'm back to being the sixth member right here. So third strong attack, standard full screen third strong attack. Boom. Pretty self-explanatory. We can clearly see here that he does not have Soul Reaper Killer. He's a heart unit, and he also doesn't have any status elements. You'll see that when he pops off his third strong attack, he is definitely going to be an SP character, or he's going to be a NAD character, highly doubt it, with at least strong attack recharge 12%. Just because his strong attack cooldown went from 20, instead of 24 seconds for the third strong attack, it went down to 21 immediately. So that's definitely one thing to note, right? Now, his second strong attack is definitely a big thing of contention. A lot of people are thinking that it's the cross skill, and I even thought myself it was the cross skill. Like, usually when I see this stuff, I have to like think in real time, react, while on top of that trying to analyze these characters. You'll see here that this second strong attack is not the normal cross. This enemy here at the bottom actually ended up getting pinged. If you have ever used the cross skill that 7th Anniversary Ichigo or Cien have, even with Havoc, this enemy would literally be sitting down, drinking his cup of tea, looking at you, and saying, yeah, I banged your mom, and what? So, okay, so him dying also says, like, this is probably not going to be the cross skill. This might be a 1k AoE around himself, which could be kind of interesting. The range on it seems pretty good, too. I don't think that it's going to be the 960 either, just based on the way that you can see the animation actually pierce the walls over here on the back right corner. So this is definitely going to be a big AoE. Could KLab decide to change the way that the cross skill works? It's possible, but is it likely? No. I don't think that they're changing the cross skill and making it a second strong attack with better range. I think that this is going to be just a straight up AoE. You'll see here that this crits over here for 2700, hits these enemies for 2400, but this enemy got hit for 2200. I don't think that it has anything to do with the way that the animation is, because this enemy over here also got hit for 2300. So I think that's just the range of damage that you could have. Okay, so there. Also, this enemy over here in the corner also gets hit right here by that normal attack damage button. So I don't think that this is going to be the normal cross skill, despite looking like it. First strong attack looks very, very obviously like a beam, and since the second strong attack also looks like melee collision, that 2400 damage should be more damage than a normal first strong attack. So the first strong attack, when you see this beam for the first strong attack, you're gonna actually see that this is probably gonna be a 3000 length beam. Whether or not it's gonna be the same as Aizen's, it's possible. You'll see here that this enemy gets clipped despite his character not being necessarily in the middle, and he's also aiming it downwards. I don't know if you can really get a great look at that, but it looks like he's aiming it downwards, so that means that this is probably going to be the same as Aizen's beam. That as a first strong attack is really good. Okay, so the first strong attack looks good, third strong attack, standard strong attack, and then the second strong attack looks like it's just going to be an AoE around himself. Not really sure how it's going to function. We'll see exactly when we get the stats and skills from Heiken and Soldex, when we get the data mine information. But all in all, this character does look pretty damn good. His only real issue and faults that I can personally see is we don't have any status elements, which is kind of like a big no-no for me personally. I talk about it all the time. I'm not going to give Ichigo any slack just because he's an Ichigo, hence why I shit on 7th anniversary Ichigo all the time for his first strong attack. Do I think 7th anniversary Ichigo is a good character despite the first strong attack being dog water? Yeah, absolutely. I think he's great. I'm not gonna mince my words, and I'm not gonna, you know, slurp up Caleb just because they made a bad first strong, just because the rest of the character is good minus the first strong attack, right? I'm gonna criticize when I see something that's in my opinion needs to be criticized. Okay, Caleb don't pay me to shut up, so until they pay me, it is what it is. You hear that, Caleb? If you want to drop me a big ass bag, I could definitely use it. I'm trying to get a house. Standard nat string. So melee heart unit, no Soul Reaper killer. Probably going to be an SP based unit based on the strong attack recharge. Okay. So next, going into Uryu, a lot of people roasted me for saying it's like, oh, you forgot about Roka's homing vortex. When I said that, I assumed it was the 960 into homing vortex, and then I didn't correct my words after. So Uryu also looking like an SP based character. 21-second cooldown on his third strong attack as soon as he pops it off. So strong attack recharge. Second strong attack doesn't have the 960 on it, but it is a homing vortex. So another tech unit with homing vortex. He doesn't have a Rancor killer, which leads me to believe that he might have Soul Reaper killer. I don't see him getting Hollow killer because Roka has pretty much the same second strong attack, and I feel like this is a very special second strong attack, so I can see this character either getting Soul Reaper killer for tech, which could be good because even though we do have a lot of Soul Reaper killers, I think getting newer ones and more updated ones is always good. And then his first strong attack does, in my opinion, look like Stark's first strong attack, where it's just like the outward spread. Boom. If there's either, it looks like the outward spread, it could be the shotgun like blast. This could be the 1200 by 1200 just based on what it looks like. And then his nat string, in my opinion, looks really, really, really cool. Either way, ranged, green, seemingly SP character. But the issue here is another time we have another character with 0 status elements. And whether or not this character gets ailment reversal, I don't know what Caleb's going for. Because like the hardest content in the game is currently going to probably be the Yuha raid or IT Ultra. And for IT Ultra, like, you kind of want status elements or really, really broken stuff. And I don't really see that from the Ichigo. I don't see that from the Uryu. And since they are the main SP characters, I can see the criticism on why people are saying, oh, this is a mid banner. Now, the character selection, I see a lot of people giving a lot of crap towards Caleb for doing Ichigo Uryu. Ichigo Uryu are like main characters in 1000 Year Blood War. They're literally in the final battle. And for them to be like in the beginning, the first episode in the PV trailers, and for this to be the first banner of when the anime comes back, for me, it just makes sense. Whether or not you're mad or whatever, it's like, oh, another 1000 Year Blood War Ichigo. The other 1000 Year Blood War Ichigo, that's probably the funniest thing ever because it's Ichigo, he's main character. Another Uryu, okay, sure, I'll give it that. But we got Chad, bro. I'll take Chad. I was kind of hoping for Orihime, but I do like Chad, so seeing some representation for something other than just like pasty skin, bro. We got some Latino thunder over here, man. El amor de Dios. Like, let's go, right? So full screen third strong attack, 24-second cooldown. He does have Captain Killer based on his soul bomb hitting the Kaname. The Kaname, you'll see there, 11,400. I said this in my video, right? 11,400 divided by 1.2 times it by 1.4, we get 13,300. This is a little bit higher, so the range makes sense, because if we take this 11,800 divided by 1.2, because of the crit, multiplied by 1.4, boom. 13,700, very, very close to 14k. So it looks like he's going to have Captain Killer, which means that this character is most likely going to be a Brave Battle character. Is he guaranteed to be a Brave Battle character? I don't know. He could be a Guild Quest character, right? He does have a team boost on him with, I don't know if this is supposed to be heals. No, because then it would have been green. Either way, it's a team boost. I kind of wish that it was a little bit more. The boost looks like it's going to be like a 960 AoE as well, which is pretty cool. Either that or like a really big beam. I don't know. Either way, it looks dope as hell. And then first strong attack, big ass punch with his left. I was gonna say with his right, and I'm like, wait a second, that's his left. And yeah, so overall, my thoughts on this banner. I actually do like the banner. I think it's really cool for what it is. I see the criticism for sure, and I'm very sympathetic towards that, because like Ichigo is my favorite character. I'm a very, very basic bitch. I'm not gonna lie, it is what it is. I do not necessarily like Uryu, but that's only because like he was being a dick to Ichigo for the beginning of the fight, and eventually he warms up to me. And Chad just seems like the token black guy. I feel like he's just there to be like, yo, I'm not racist. Like, but then they come out with the elephant man with the big ass. Oh my lord. Either way, I am happy with the banner. I think that they look cool. I love the art. I love the art direction. I love the backgrounds. I love the way that Caleb has promoted this, and I am super, super excited to be able to summon for them. Will I be going crazy for this banner? Probably not. I think that if this banner ends up being like super, super OP, unless these characters are like Link Slot Potion and Droplet Links or something like that, I don't really see myself going crazy for them, just because if a character doesn't have status elements, I tend to kind of lean away from them. And I see that with a lot of characters. But either way, that's my overall thoughts when it comes to this banner and the controversy that's going on around like people just crapping on the banner. Like if I go into my own Discord and I just type in after specific date 23, actually 20, today's the 26th, so I'll type in the 24th, and I just type in banner mid. Like how many results? Yeah, the banner is hardcore mid. The banner is mid, but the news are dub. Is the banner mid? Yes, I'm still gonna go all in. So there's a lot of like people just saying it's mid. Lisa's mid, Latina's mid, Latinas are so mid. Oh lord, what the hell is this? Mid units gonna be mid. The Shinji in the mid, so he is mid. I don't know. Either way, I've been seeing a lot of people talk bad about this banner. Either way, I'm excited. I can't wait for the reveal. For me personally, seeing character reveals is probably like what keeps me in the game. I'm not even gonna lie. That is like second to like the community. I'm not gonna lie, if we didn't have the community that we have, bro, I probably wouldn't be playing this game. I've said that multiple times. Some people were like, yo Spite, would you be playing this game if you didn't do YouTube? And the answer is no, absolutely not, because when I started YouTube, the whole point of me doing YouTube was because I had absolutely nobody to talk to. And usually if I have no one to talk to and no one to, you know, like discuss stuff with, I get incredibly bored, hence why I started YouTube in the first place. And now, this whole being a YouTuber and all that stuff is way beyond anything that I ever expected. I kind of just wanted like 3 to 4 people so I can like talk to, and that's pretty much it. And yeah, and here we are today. But either way, those are my overall thoughts. I'm gonna leave it at that. Just grind on, catch up, hit me with stay blessed, like, comment, and subscribe. Maybe I'll enjoy this video. Appreciate y'all like bringing up my ring. I finally got a new ring after the debacle that happened the day after my wedding. For those that don't know, it was a canoe accident, and yeah. Fortunately, we're okay. We were okay, but still. Anyways, I'm gonna leave it at that. Stay blessed, y'all. Yeah, have a great one. See y'all next one. Peace.